Hello everyone, my name is Jeanette of Goldberry's Gardens, and today I wanted to share a video that's a little bit different than what I usually do. Usually I would release a crochet pattern towards the end of the month, but this month I released this cute little bamboo pattern for free on my Instagram. I will have a link in the description, but I didn't really have the time to release a separate crochet pattern in video form because I just didn't have the time to make the pattern and test it. I have been working on one, but it's very long. It's a crochet flower fairy. It's very pretty, but it's a long pattern, and where I'm really limited with space for my videos, I thought I would share something different for now and then make another smaller crochet pattern for a future video. So in this video, I wanted to share some of my journals because I also post about my bullet journal and my reading journal on my Instagram. So this is a journal from Peter Popper Press, and this one is something I've just used as my personal journal, so I won't be paging through it, but I love it. It's just a line journal, and I try and write in it every day. It doesn't always happen, but I do try and write it, and it's just for my thoughts and feelings, ideas, and anything I want to get out of my head. And then I've been using a dated planner for a long time, the Lily Pulitzer ones, and I loved the colors, but they just aren't super convenient, and I wanted something where I could organize it a little bit more to my liking. So I thought, hey, I'll try this out. I will try a planner that's undated, and I have a little more that I can do on my own. So I tried that, and I was using everything for a while. It was very pretty and nicely laid out, but then I would get to weeks where I just didn't want to do anything. So it would be beautifully laid out. I'd have quotes, I'd have lots of stickers, and then like this part, I was doing great. I got my new watercolors, and then I got sick. And I didn't use my planner very much at all, and there was lots of blank space, and I'd just been finding it was a struggle to fill out like all of this. I didn't necessarily need a life balance to-do list. Like, that wasn't something that helps me. So I was trying to use it all. I got back into it a little bit. I tried, and I keep falling off again. So I knew I needed a different solution, and I started my reading journal, which I have been sharing. This is a journal from Buke. It was $15 on Amazon. I just have all my reading statistics in here, my bookshelf, and then my monthly spreads with some book reviews, just fun book things, nothing super fancy. And then I thought, I really like doing this. I love getting to use my stickers and my pens and markers and lay everything out. So why don't I just try bullet journaling and see if that helps me, since my current planning is not working. So then I finally went to Archer and Olive because I've heard wonderful things about them and I've seen wonderful products. And this one came out. I loved it because I love dark green, as you can probably tell from my first planner. And I thought, you know what, I'll make this my planner. I'll start it in September when the first one runs out. And then I got it and thought, no, I'm not gonna wait and have a stressful life until September when I could just start planning in here now. So I wanted to share some of the pages I set up, and then I'll share some of the new supplies that I ordered. So I didn't do anything on this first page. I'll probably end up just taping it to the blank page because it doesn't lay flat super well. But then I have a calendar for all the birthdays and anniversaries and stuff. And then I can see the year at a glance. And then I'm going to write in my life goals for next year, 5 years, 10 years, and then 20 years. And I just put them for different categories. I'm going to do quarterly goals just for this year and add in some emergency contacts. Then I have this finance tracker. Opposite that, I have a no spend days page. And then I have a clothing bought and clothing made page, which I thought would be a fun yearly collection. I would like to try and make more of my own clothes. So far I've only made a hat, but I have the date, a little description, a little doodle, and then a price tag for how much I spent on it. Then I have my crochet count page, and I have all sorts of sticky notes of projects that I've finished but would like to share on Instagram. And I'll just keep updating that. I'll probably post some pictures showing how far I am on these little trackers on the side. The different colors represent different months when I completed a project. Then I have my 2024 dragons, since I've been making temperature dragons. This is my January one, and it's made with these colors corresponding to certain temperatures. And then this is my February one, which the colors still correspond to the same temperatures. I just used a lighter color palette because I thought that was pretty. And they're super cute. The pattern is by Complicated Knots. Then I have a social media tracker page, which I have not finished setting up. Then I have gifts, and here I can keep track a little better about what I'm giving to people. So I have the date, the person I'm giving it to, what the item is, what the occasion is, and how much the gift cost. This page is for cleaning. On this one, I thought it would be fun to track maybe moons. It's also useful to have a year at a glance. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use this for, but I wanted to have a year at a glance calendar somewhere in here, and it just ended up going here. Opposite it, I have days of exercise, where I can put a star on every day I do a workout, and then at the end of the year I can write how many days of exercise I've done this year. And then if I do this again next year, hopefully that number will be even higher. Then I have my playlist and 2024 movies. And then the rest of my journal is the April setup. And I know I shared pictures of that last week, but I figured I would just talk through it a little bit. I have my little monthly calendar, and I decided to include the first 5 days of May into April so that I could have a full week at the end instead of having a partial week and then a partial week in May. So my May calendar will still show that, but then start on the second week of May. And then I've got some habits I track. I've been doing all these things pretty consistently anyway, so I wanted to start with something easy, and then I can change up my habits next time. This is for a mood tracker. I put a number in the different petals of the flowers, and then I'll color them in using the correct marker. On this page, I have the month where I can write in more things, any events that are happening, and then notes and the color palette I use. On these pages, I set up a really simple weekly spread. For this month, I decided I would just try 1 page per week, and that would make it more manageable, because if I have a to-do list that's longer than this, I'm probably, like, of major projects, I'm probably trying to fit too much into a week and overbooking myself, and then I can just put events on these days. And I figured this would be useful because I have to keep track of the times when I work. And I tried different setups for each week. So these two like this, and then I tried this diagonal one. I can put my running to-do list here in the middle. I'm not sure how well it will work, but I thought it'd be fun. And then I have the different boxes for the different days. I didn't really put a good spot to put work times, but I think I'll put them in these little triangles. And then I did this week like this, and this starts the beginning of May. I'll have my to-do list here, and then at the end I have a place for finances where I can write the date, what the item was, and whether or not it was income, and then how much it was or how much I received. I think I'm going to highlight the ones that are specifically income, and then at the end of the month I can add up my totals. I do have all this information in an app also, but I feel more accountable for it if I actually have to write it down, so that's why I wanted to track that here. So that's all I have set up at this point for my journal, and I'll wait until halfway through April to set up May. But then I have some journaling supplies that I'd like to show you guys. The other thing I wanted to share in my video is my exciting supplies from Archer and Olive. I know there have been unboxings, but I just wanted to share this because I'm super excited. So this is the Notes from Nature kit. It's beautiful. I could imagine myself using all of the stuff in it. So I was like, you know, this is going to be a good box for me. Some of their subscription boxes from last summer, I was like, well, I might use some of it, but this one I could use all. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here is the Notes from Nature coupon, and it also explains everything that's in the box. And then I have these, the acrylographs. I thought I could say that, but apparently I can't. And I've wanted to try these since I saw them because I have different markers and pens. I'll open this more safely in a second. And then there is this, which I believe, ooh, this is the washi tape. The washi tape looks like this. So there's this one that's like gilded flowers. This one had some plain sections, and then it's got some like old newspaper looking stuff. And then this one will actually match some that I have already, with the butterflies and the vintage flowers. And then this one also is flowers, some sheet music, and different vintage looking things. I believe this is the pen. Yeah, oh no, this is the ruler. And I'm very happy. That was, I think, what actually pushed me over the edge to get this, because before I just had this ruler and it's pretty flimsy and not very long. So I was like, you know, I would definitely use the ruler a lot. So the ruler looks like this, and ooh, this is very hard. It's a lot thicker, it's not going to bend on me, and I can definitely see using the scallop edge just to make pretty border designs. It's really cold. This was just outdoors in the snow, so this is why it's fogging up and fingerprinting, but this is huge. This will definitely help me a lot when I'm setting up my bullet journal designs. Okay, here is the fountain pen. And I have a couple fountain pens. Well, I have one. The other one is my fiance's, but I kind of stole it so I could have more colors. So this is the Archer and Olive one, and it's got their beautiful logo. With this pen comes some ink, and I have red, blue, and black ink. Dark blue ink. That's kind of, I'd say, in between these two. So, oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful little jar. I have now light green, this teal, and then this really rich dark blue. So I'll be putting these on the shelf with my other ink. Then I have a sticker set. This has 2 sticker sheets, and the flowers are beautiful, and I think I will actually use a lot of these words. Often I see sticker sheets with words and I'm just not on board with a lot of the sayings. They'll just be like, I don't know. It's just not my vibe. And these, I was like, okay, I would definitely use these in a notebook, and I like the font and that they're small, and then just the flowers are so lovely. So that brings me to the 3 notebooks. 3 notebooks in one order. This is the B6 dot grid notebook, and B6 is smaller. I always get confused because the sizes get smaller as the numbers go up. So this one is the green. It's, like I said, it's a little bit smaller than the A5. It's the same color and theme, I would say, as my current A5 planner. I'm not 100% sure what I'll do with this one yet. I've been brainstorming, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll definitely come up with a use for it. I love the decorative design on the border. It's a leather cover. I have ideas. Then there is this one. which has 192 pages, and it's the typical A5 size, so that's my favorite size, at least so far. I've pretty much only had A5 bullet journals at this point, so we'll see. Maybe I'll actually like something smaller or larger. So this one is the blue one, and I love this one so much. It's so beautiful with the pages that are, I don't even know what you would call this, distressed maybe, like the jeans. And it's just so beautiful. I've seen pictures of it online, and this was another thing where I was like, wow, I would use this all the time. I think what I'm going to use this one for is I'll set it up as a 5-year journal. And I know you usually would start those at the beginning of the year, but I'm getting married later this year, and I thought it'd be fun to start on my wedding day and then continue over the next 5 years and just see how much I've changed and see how much I grow and what's different, what's the same. So I thought this would be a really beautiful one to use for that. Oh, this is so beautiful. The leather. Oh my goodness. So the sketchbook ties shut, which I kind of like. And then on the inside, oh, I didn't realize it's craft paper pages. Okay. Wow. I actually really like that. I've never had a craft paper journal. I haven't even really considered getting one, but this works out even better. I was picturing this journal to be used for my scrapbook because I like to put all like pictures and stuff and little memories, tickets if we go see a movie or anything. I like putting that all in a scrapbook, and right now I have a really big one and it's kind of overwhelming. It's not very aesthetic. I was thinking of getting a smaller one on craft paper actually to be able to do just like one picture and a little blurb, because that's a lot less overwhelming. And I think this is going to be the next one. It'll get nice and thick, but that'll be perfect because this can tie shut and I can do cute little sketches. I can stick washi tape in here. I like that it has the pocket in the back because I can hold on to memories and things until I'm ready to add them to this. But I think that's what I'll be using this journal specifically for. So there we go. These are some of my journals, the ones I'm using currently, and how I'm going to use some of them. So thank you for joining me, and I will hopefully be sharing more about my journaling as well as more of my crocheting going forward. So like and follow if that's something that interests you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!